Hey, what's happening, y'all? I'm gonna tell y'all what I do, man. Whenever I get depressed or when I get angry, when I get mad, or when I get lonely, man, or whenever things ain't going the way that I think they should be going, though. First off, I'm gonna tell you what I used to do back in the day, man. When I'd get depressed or lonely or angry, man. When I'd get depressed back in the day, before Jesus touched me, I'd go and get high. I'd go to the dope dealer's house, man. I'd either get me some pills, or I'd get me some alcohol, or I'd get me some weed. And that was my coping skills to deal with getting depressed or to deal with being lonely. You feel me? And then also some other things I would do whenever I was lonely, man, is I would go out and try to get me a woman. You hear me? I had my kid's mother there at home, but heck, I didn't want to be with her at the time, so I'd go find me somebody else, man. A little side chick or whatever you want to call it, man. And when I would do that, that was another coping mechanism skill that I would use, man. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that would sort of lift my self-esteem up or whatever, but it really, in all nature, it really didn't, man. It was I still yet had them empty holes inside of me right there. And then when I'd get angry, man, what I used to do was lash out at people, though. I would lash out at the wrong people a lot of times, though, man, out of my anger, though. Instead of talking to those folks, instead of praying, man, I'd lash out, though. I'd run my mouth, you know what I'm saying? I'd get mad or whatever and start cussing and just go off, though. Whenever I should have been lashing out towards Jesus, man. I should have been talking to Jesus, though, instead of lashing out at people, man. So now what I do, man, when I get angry, though, or when I get depressed or I get lonely and my self-esteem feels like it's going down, though, I go to Jesus now, man. That's my coping mechanism. That's my comfort now, man. He gives me the peace, though, that I've looked for my whole life, man. And the way that I go to Jesus is I talk to him, man. I talk to him, and then I shut my mouth and I listen to him, to what he's got to tell me. You hear me? And every time I do that right there, man, I don't know, though. I don't know how to explain it, man. But it's like it just brings me peace. You hear me? It brings a peace and a calmness comes over me, man. That lets me know that everything's going to be all right, man. I ain't got to deal with the depression the way that I used to deal with it, man. I ain't got to deal with the loneliness the way that I used to deal with it. I ain't got to deal with the anger the way that I used to deal with it, man. I still go through the same things that I used to go through before Jesus came and touched me. The only thing is, glory to God, I don't deal with those things the same way that I used to deal with them, man. And I say all that to say this right here, man. If Jesus can touch me and show me how to deal with different things in my life, completely different than the way that I used to deal with those things, then Jesus can touch any one of y'all, man, and teach y'all how to do that as well, though. Thing is, man, we just gotta want to change, though. And if we don't want to change, then guess what? We ain't going to, man. But if you tired of being tired and you're tired of doing things the way that you always been doing them and getting the same results that you always been getting, 3 words will set you free, man. Help me, Jesus. And he's going to, man. He is going to help you, though. But you got to do what he's asking you to do, man. When I get, like I say, when I get depressed or lonely or aggravated, angry or any of that stuff, man, I got to do what Jesus is telling me to do, man. Sometimes he tells me to read the Bible, man. Sometimes I got to listen to some Jesus music, though. Sometimes I got to get on my knees and talk to him, man. Sometimes I just lay in my bed and talk to him. You feel me? And he talks back to me, man. Sometimes, though, just getting in the shower and taking a good hot shower helps me out, man. It's like getting in that shower when I'm depressed, though. It's like it washes all that nastiness off of me, man. That's the same thing that happens when I talk to Jesus, though, and I give him what's going on in my life, man. It's like he takes it and washes it off, man. And he brings back to my memory, though, when I talk to him and I listen to him, man. He brings back to my memory how he helped me before when I was depressed, man. And I try to grab a hold of that memory right there, though, and not let go of it, man. And when I can do that right there, when I think to ask God to bring back to my memory the times that I was depressed before and he helped me through it, man, it helps me out so much, though. But like I said, I got to think about that. I got to remember to do that right there, man. And I mean, guys, there's all kinds of ways to get around this depression and this anger and this addictions and things, man, if we just try to do what the Lord has asked us to do, man. And that right there, it's just a few things that I do that helps me to get through depression and anger and loneliness and low self-esteem, man. And I know if that stuff will help me out, then I know it's going to help y'all too, man. So God bless y'all, man.